Good afternoon, everybody. Just give everyone a few moments to arrive. For anyone that's joining, I'm Daisy. I'm going to take you through a 30-minute lunchtime flow. So say hello. Who's joining us today? Grab yourself any blocks if you need them. Any props that you use during the practice, it's not necessary. If you want to get rid of the comments, you can tap the screen and just drag downwards, I believe, and that should bring the comments down, and hopefully you'll be able to see me over the comments. So we will get started. Just while we're waiting for everyone to arrive, come to a seated posture. So cross your legs, closing down the eyes, sitting up nice and tall, so we're lengthening from the tailbone out through the crown of the head, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears, and allowing the breath to be nice and soft. So today's session, just a quick 30 minutes, it's going to be like an anti-desk yoga flow. So really stretching out everything. So just taking the first few moments to arrive within your practice. Tuning out from the rest of the day. Not thinking about anything that's happened before or anything that's to come later. Just being really present within your practice. Asking yourself why you came to the mat today. And allowing this to be your intention for the rest of the practice and to carry it through your practice. So anytime the mind starts to drift, just bring the attention back to that intention, why you're here. Reaffirm it. We're starting to deepen the breath, bringing our Ujjayi breath to the practice. So take a deep inhale through the nose. Holding at the top of the breath for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, big sigh out through the mouth. Let it all go. And again, inhaling through the nose. Holding at the top of the breath, pausing here, creating space. Holding here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, big sigh out through the mouth. This time we inhale through the nose. Pausing at the top of the breath. When you're ready to exhale, we seal the lips and exhale back out through the nose. So bring in your Ujjayi breath to the practice. So just continue breathing, inhaling through the nose. And exhaling out through the nose. So just continue here. This breath, even if you're not practicing yoga, even if you're feeling slightly stressed, just sitting at your desk, is a great way to calm the body, calm the mind, calm down your nervous system. So maybe just taking a few moments out of your day to breathe is really important. You think we breathe all the time, but breathing deeply calms the parasympathetic nervous system. Good, and when you're ready to move, you can just start to blink open the eyes, just bring your awareness to your surroundings, and we'll take a stretch in the side body. So as you inhale, reach up, exhale, fold over to the side, keep the sit bones grounded, really reach, lengthen out through the fingertips. Good, inhale, we come up through center, and exhale over to the other side. Good, one more time each side, inhale, come up to center, exhale, we take it over. And again, inhale, come up. Exhale, take it over. Lovely. Come up through center. On your inhale, interlace those fingers. Bring the hands behind the neck. Press the chin down into the chest. Just really feel that stretch down the back of the neck, maybe even into the shoulders. This can often cramp up when we're seated at our desks. So keep breathing and just apply as much pressure or as little pressure as you need. Good, then on your inhale, we open up the chest, press the head into the hands, draw those elbows back, and bring the gaze up to the sky, opening the heart towards the ceiling. Really feel like you're drawing those elbows all the way back. Good, take a last breath, inhale. And then exhale, release the hands, come over into your tabletop position. So bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, we'll take our cat-cow. So on your inhale, the belly button drops, bridge of the nose and the tailbone come up to the sky. Exhale, we dome the back, drawing the shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale, come into your cow pose, dropping the belly button. And exhale, moving into cat. Let's take one more time. Inhale, come into your cow. And exhaling into cat. And you can stay here, or if you want to, you can just start to move the spine in any way that feels nice. It feels like you're warming up into your body. Just moving through the spine, introducing some movement. You can even start to bring some weight into the wrists as well, just to warm up there slightly. We'll take 2 more breaths wherever we are. Inhale through the nose. And we exhale out through the nose. Good. Taking your last breath, inhaling. And exhale. When you're ready, come forward into a long plank position. Bring those shoulders over the wrists. Draw the belly button into spine. Just holding here for 1 breath. Inhale. And on your exhale, the hips come high. We come into our downward dog, pressing our heels down to the mat. So paddle through the feet. Bend into one knee and then bend into the other. Really press the heels down, stretching out the calves, the hamstrings. You may feel that you're really rounded in the spine, and if that's the case, whenever you're in downward dog, you can soften into those knees. Think about pressing the chest through to the thighs. Let's take 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Then start to tiptoe your way to a forward fold at the top of the mat. Let the head be heavy. Have the feet about hip width apart and soften into those knees, taking a hold of each elbow. Just gently sway side to side. Making sure there's no tension in that neck, so shake the head no. Nodding the head yes, so it's drawing the body all the way down to the mat. Maybe you feel this in your hamstrings, you might even feel this in your lower back or the top of the back. It's going to be a different experience for everybody. But let the weight of the head draw you down towards the ground. Good, let's take 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, drop the hands, soften into the knees, start to roll all the way up through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Really slowly we come up to standing. Feel the stretch across the shoulders and the neck, and we come up to our mountain pose. Find your Tadasana, so you're either working with toes together and heels apart, or feet hip width apart, whichever is more comfortable for your body. On your inhale, we reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, soften into those knees, fold forward, hands come down to the mat. Inhale, find your halfway lift, draw the shoulder blades together, shine the heart forward. Exhale, we bend the knees, plant the hands, step back into your plank position. Drop down to the knees and keep a long line from the knees to the head as you lower all the way down to the mat to keep the core engaged. Untap the toes, draw the shoulder blades together, lift the heart into your baby cobra. Exhale, coming down. Then bring your fingertips forward so you're on the fingertips and your elbows are facing the sky. We'll take a few more ripples. So press into the fingertips, lift the chest up, inhale. Exhale, ripple back down. Let's take 2 more. Inhale, rippling up. Exhale, press down. Last time, ripple up, inhale. This time as you come down, as you exhale, start to lower the right shoulder down towards the mat. Bring your right ear down to the mat. So we're stretching across the front of the right shoulder. You may need to bring your fingertips further out, and that's fine. Good, and inhale, come up into center. Take it to the other side. Exhale, left shoulder, left ear comes down. Press that shoulder down to the ground, feel the stretch. 1 more time each side. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, over to the right. Right ear, front of the right shoulder come down. Last time, inhale, come up. Exhale, back over to the left. Good. Inhale, come up through center. You can just slide your hands by the chest. Tuck the toes under, send the hips back. Keep the toes tucked into an active child's pose. Really press the heels. Press the sit bone into the heels. Press into those toes. And then where your fingers are, maybe you can tiptoe them about 1 inch or 2 further away from you. And then you really feel that stretch under the shoulders, across the side body. Good. 1 more breath, inhale. Maybe you can tiptoe those fingers a little bit further away from you. And then coming into your downward dog on your next exhale. Moving straight away as we inhale, right leg sweeps up to the sky into a three-legged dog. We open the hip, bend the knees, squeezing the heel into the bum, so we're stretching on the inside of the thighs. You can stay here if you want to take it a little bit deeper, more into a back bend and into that right hip flexor. You can look over that left shoulder, see if you can see that toe. One more breath, inhale. As you exhale, square off the hips, step the right foot forward by the right hand, drop down to the knee, come up to your fingertips, lift the chest on your inhale. This knee and foot can drop out slightly if it needs to. And as you exhale, send the hips back, stretching into the hamstring. Inhale, lunging forward, chest draws through the arms. Exhale, send the hips back. One more time, inhale, we lunge forward. Draw the chest through the arms. And exhale, we send the hips back and we're going to hold it here, stretching into that right hamstring. So keep the right foot flexed. We're trying to lengthen through the spine, elongating from the tailbone out through the crown of the head. So if you are struggling, you can use your blocks, or you can always support your hands either side of the knee to find that length in the spine rather than being rounded just to touch down towards the ground. Let's take one more breath here, inhale. And as you exhale, come back into that low lunge. We're going to keep the knee on the ground. We're going to hold it here. Again, if you want to come onto the knife edge of the right foot, that's fine. A bit of a lizard lunge variation. Getting into that left hip flexor. Often if you experience pain or achiness in the lower back, it can be related to tight hip flexors, which can be related to sitting down at a desk all day for 8 hours a day. So it's really important that we sink those hips down to the ground for that stretch. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, plant the left hand down, right arm reaches up. Exhale, we open out the chest, draw that right shoulder back, feel the twist in the spine, and then squeeze the left heel into the bum and try and take a hold of it with the hand and bring it into a quad stretch. You may need to shuffle back slightly and take a hold of the foot and then drop the hips, but keep the twist, keep looking over that right shoulder. 2 more breaths here, inhaling deep breaths in through the nose. And as you exhale, can you find a little bit more twist? Give life to the postures. Last breath, inhale. And exhale, you can release the foot and the hand. Bring the hand inside the foot. Turn this right foot out slightly, tuck the toe under. We'll come into a yogi squat. So step that left foot forward to the top of the mat. Send the hips down. Hands into your heart center, yogi squat. Have a little wiggle. That feels nice. Use your elbows on the inside of the thighs. Keep externally rotating those thighs. Last breath, inhale. And exhale, hands come down to the mat. Start to straighten into those legs. Walk those feet closer together. Keep them hip width apart, and we'll take a few ripples here. So as you inhale, ripple up, find your flat back. Exhale, fold back down to the ground. And again, ripple up, lengthen, inhale. Exhale, we fold, using our spine to really feel like the ripple comes from the tailbone, and the last place it moves through on your inhale is through the crown of the head, and exhale down. Good. Soften into those knees, roll up all the way through the spine. Move your feet into your mountain pose if they need to come closer together. Inhale, arms sweep up towards the sky. Exhale, soften into those knees, fold forward, hands come down to the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back to your plank position. Take a vinyasa of your choice, so you can either drop down to the knees or you can come down into your low plank. Roll onto the front of the feet into your upward dog. Hips and knees are lifted in your inhale. Exhale, we meet back into our downward dog. We're going to take 3 ripples here from a puppy dog pose. So you can drop down to the knees and start to walk the hands further forward. Keep those hips over the knees and melt the chest down towards the ground. You can either bring the forehead down, or if you feel more open in the heart, you can bring the chin and the chest down. On your inhale, we press into the hands, ripple up through the spine. Exhale, we melt the chest back down to the mat. Good, let's take 2 more. Inhale, we ripple up. exhale, we press the chest back down. Remember, everybody's ripple is going to look slightly different. Inhale, we come up. As long as you feel like you're moving through the spine, undulating. And we come back down on the exhale. Hold it here. We've got 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose. Every time you exhale, melt that chest down to the ground, opening up into the shoulders and the heart. Last 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath. And then as you exhale, you can untuck the toes, walk the hands back, just come into a child's pose. You can bring your arms down by your side if you need to release those shoulders. Just 1 breath here. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, start to make your way back into a downward dog and arrive as you finish that exhale. We take it to the other side. Left foot sweeps up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Open the hip out to the left. Bend the knees, squeeze the heel into the bum. Again, we hold it here. Or if you want to take it further, you can look over that right shoulder, see if you can see that left toe. Arching into the lower back, feel the stretch across the hip. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, we lengthen, square off the hips, step the left foot nice and wide outside the left hand, drop down to the knee. Come up to the fingertips on your inhale, chest draws forward. Exhale, send the hips back. And again, inhale, lunging forward, opening up the heart. Exhale, send the hips back. 2 more, lengthen as you inhale. And exhale, send the hips back. We're going to hold it here, keep that foot flexed. Really feel like you're drawing the hip back into its socket. So there's energy there. It's an active stretch. 2 more breaths. Lengthen on your inhale. Exhale. Can you get a little bit closer with the long spine down to the leg? Last breath. Then as you exhale, we can come down into that lunge. Take 3 breaths here, sinking those hips down to the mat. Have a little wiggle. We're trying to feel it in this right hip flexor. Exhale. If you need to take your elbows down to get deeper, you can always do that. There's variations for everybody. Good. Last breath. Exhale. On your next inhale, plant the right hand down to the mat. Left arm reaches up. And we exhale, open up the chest. We're reaching for that foot at the back to take a hold of it. Bring it into that quad stretch, but keep the twist into the spine. So the more you release into the quads, it's going to release into your hip flexors. The twist in the spine keeps a healthy, happy spine, keeping you mobile. So it's a multi-functional posture. Last breath, inhale. And exhale, release, coming back into that yogi squat at the top of the mat. So we tuck the back toe under, lift the knees, step forward into your yogi squat. Remember, if your heels lift, that's absolutely fine. Any sharp pulling pains down towards the base of the hamstrings and the groin area, just come out of it slightly. Any sharp pains are normally a red flag. Take 1 more breath. Then as you exhale, hands come down to the mat, straighten into those legs, walk the feet closer together. Just take 1 halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, arms sweep all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, just bring your hands to the sacral bones, fingertips facing the sky, press the hips forward, squeeze those shoulder blades together, take a back bend. So we keep the heart opening up. Try not to arch into that lower back dumping. We really want to think of all of the hips coming forward, so almost like you're trying to tuck your tailbone underneath even though you're in a back bend. So you want to keep the glutes sending the hips forward. Good, last breath. Should feel your abs work here if you've really got that tuck under. Good, inhale, we come up. Interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Just take a mini back bend, open the heart, inhale. And then as you exhale, fold forward, feel those hands drop over the head, stretching across the front of the shoulders. Try not to swing too much into the heels. Keep the weight further forward. Good, let the head be nice and heavy. Feel the shoulders stretch. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhaling. Last breath. And then as you exhale, release the hands, step back to your plank position. Either take a vinyasa or you can come straight back into your downward dog, yogi's choice. Good, we'll all come to meet into that downward dog. This time we're going to take ripples to plank. So inhale, rise up to the balls of the feet, ripple forward to your long plank position on your inhale. Exhale, soften the knees, send the hips, come into your downward dog. 2 more, ripple forward, inhale, use all of the inhale to reach your destination, and then don't move until you begin to exhale. Use all of your exhale to take you back. Last time, inhale, we ripple forward. Exhale, coming back into your downward dog. Good, 3 breaths, downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Exhale, press those heels down to the mat, wrap the biceps away from the ears, shoulder blades down and back. Last breath. Then as you exhale, we can drop down to the knees, untuck the toes, come to sit on those knees. Just taking a stretch in the neck, we reach the right ear towards the right shoulder, and you can apply a little bit of pressure if you need to. Press the opposite hand away, feel the stretch across the side of the neck. Good, 1 more breath. Exhale. Good, inhale, come up through center. Take it over to the other side on your exhale. You can use your hand again if you want to apply more pressure, and actively press the fingertips away as though you're pushing down. That will increase the stretch across the neck. Get a little bit more from it. Good, 1 more breath. And inhale, come up through center. Making your way back into your downward dog, and we're going to come to a seat, so you can step, float, fly away to a seat at the top of the mat. Extend the legs out in front of you, keep the feet flexed. Reach up on your inhale. Exhale, we fold. Chest is drawing to the shins, lengthening through the spine. Feel the stretch in the hamstring. Again, this time we're trying to tilt the pelvis in order to get deeper into those hamstrings. Last 2 breaths, inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Good. Inhale, come up to your seat. Bring the left foot to the inside of the thigh and swivel round to the left. Just take a quarter turn to the left. So we're in this almost half butterfly position with a twist. Inhale, we reach the arms to the side. Exhale, bring your left arm over the top, your right arm underneath. We use the right arm to twist into the torso to keep your gaze up to the sky, and we're reaching for those toes. Now, if you have to collapse forward to hold onto the toes, release, and feel like you're drawing that left shoulder back, pressing it against the wall. So it's not about actually holding onto the toes, that's just the direction we want to take it in. A beautiful twist in the torso, opening up of the spine. Maybe you feel the skin even all the way from the sit bone stretching across the side body. Last breath. And inhale, we come up into center. Take your quarter turn back. The sole of the left foot comes down to the ground, and we twist it. Take it over to the other side. So we pop it over the right leg. Left fingertips come behind you. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we fold. Take that twist. Hold onto the knee or use your elbow against the thigh, looking over that left shoulder. Keep twisting. Really think of every time you inhale, there's length. Every time you exhale, there's more twist. So give life to your postures. We're not statues, we're living, breathing creatures. So we should incorporate that in our yoga practice with the breath. Good, final breath. And inhale, we come back into center. Release the feet, bring the soles of the feet together, and we'll take a forward fold in your butterfly. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, we fold over. Keep your elbows on the inside of the thighs, trying to draw the knees down to the mat. And try and create space between the shoulders and the ears so we're not hunched up, pulling those toes towards us. Lengthen the spine. Last breath. Good. As you inhale, come up to your seat and we'll take it over to the other side. So it's your left leg that extends, the right foot stays inside the thigh, and we take the quarter turn to the right. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, right arm comes over the top, left arm is underneath, and we use it on the inside of the thigh to help find that rotation as we reach for the toe and draw that right shoulder back. So keep pressing out of these right fingertips. Keep twisting. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Good. Inhale, we come back up. Take your quarter turn back. Sole of the right foot comes down to the floor and we cross it over to the left. Right fingertips come behind. Try not to have them too far away from you. If you keep them close in towards the body, it helps you find the length in the spine. Left arm lifts and we hug the knee or use it as a hook against the thigh. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, find your twist. Good. Last 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Final breath. Inhale. And we exhale, come back. As you inhale, release the feet, come back to center. Bring the soles of the feet down to the ground, reach forward, and just slowly roll down through the spine with control. The moment you feel like you're going to collapse, or you start arching into that lower back, really tuck underneath and reach forward. Coming down super slow, and then all the way down to the mat. Good. When you're on your back, you can hug the knees into the chest, give yourself a nice squeeze. And just gently massage out the spine, rocking side to side. Bring the soles of the feet down to the ground. Walk the heels in so you can tickle them with your fingertips. Press the hands into the mat. Tuck the tailbone under in towards the ribs. Activate the glutes and the hamstrings, rolling up through the spine into a half bridge pose. Keep the glutes and hamstrings active. Press the feet, the weight of the feet should be evenly pressed into the mat so it's not more in the heels or the toes. You really feel that the weight is evenly spread. Maybe you can start to walk the shoulders underneath you, interlace the fingers, and then press those hands down to open up the heart even more. Last 2 breaths. Inhale. Long, deep breaths. And on your exhale, if you have your fingers interlaced, release them, lift the heels and start to roll down through the spine just to allow space for your lower back to ripple down. Good. Then just windscreen wipe those knees side to side. Releasing the back and then hugging them into the chest. From here, you can take any variation of a happy baby that you like. So you could just want to hold onto the knees. Maybe you want to take your big toe bind and draw the knees down. Maybe it's the outer edge of the feet. Maybe you want to extend them. Any variation that feels nice for you. You can have a wiggle, have a move, like a very, very, very happy baby. Wiggling around. Good. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. And if you're ready to close your practice, you can just come into your final corpse pose, your final Shavasana, extending the legs down the mat, bring your arms down by your side. Allow your palms to face the ceilings so that you can surrender to the earth and be open to receive from the universe. If there's anything else you need to do to close your practice, you can take this time now. If you're in your Shavasana, I'm going to guide you through a short breathing exercise. So keep the eyes closed. Controlling the inhale, breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding the breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. And control your exhale out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding for 4. Exhaling out for 6. And then just release the breath. Allow it to become natural. And you can choose to stay here longer if you like. But if you're ready to move, just start to bring the awareness back into your body. Moving the fingers and the toes. Taking a big stretch out above the head. And bring yourself up to a seat at the top of the mat. Just recognizing any change that you may have felt throughout the practice. And we'll take a deep breath together. Inhale through the nose. Big exhale out through the mouth. Bring your hands into your heart center. Bow the head slightly. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick half an hour flow today, guys. Please do check out our Digging at Home sessions. I teach on Wednesday mornings at 7 a.m. It's a power hour, so it really gets you going for the day. It's quite a strong practice. Also, if you're ready to come back into the studio, so excited that we're opening our doors on the 2nd. And hopefully I'll see you there. If anyone's got any questions, you can shoot them over to me. I'm at Yoga Days on Instagram, part of the Dignity team. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Kieran. Thanks, Livy. See you. Have an excellent Monday. Hopefully start the day as we mean to go on. Bye.